What's good, everybody? It is your girl Tika Deshawn of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts, here to give you guys my quick recap of episode 7 entitled Exit Wounds from Tyler Perry's The Oval season 5. Okay, all right, y'all. So let's just dive right into it. We see that Alonzo has survived the blicky shots from the president. We see that was wearing his bulletproof vest. Thank goodness. Again, so then the president proceeds to question him as to how what happened, where did he get the drugs from, and so he explains he got it from the drugstore, the one where Sharon works, and he says, so you saying that she tried to kill me, or was it her boyfriend? And you better go and get him. So basically, the president has just put a hit out on Kareem. And Kareem is in the hospital, still in the hospital with a big bad headache. But we'll get to Kareem shortly. We also see that Simone has finally gotten a visit from her husband while in the bunker, the presidential bunker. Receives a visit from Eli, and Eli says that she has to Um, apologize to Victoria. Now we know that Victoria and Eli are guilty of cheating. However, Eli says that he has to make it seem as if he would never sleep around with Victoria. Y'all, Eli is ruthless. That's all I'm gonna say. We thought he was the goofy, nerdy type character. However, Eli is ruthless and he does not mind who he screws basically to get ahead. Okay, so then we see the president. He is awake and Richard is in his room. He's there to serve him. He had looked like what was some tea. But he tells him, I don't want tea, I don't want you. I want that one with the big black with the black one with the big booty, referring to Priscilla. And so Richard says he gets ready to step out, but then the president asks him, he's like, no, you don't have to you don't have to step out. I want to know, did you have anything to do with this? Did you have anything to do with me almost being unalive? And Richard was like, no, I have nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. So you must know that girl, um, who is her boyfriend, and where is he, and where is Sharon? And like the president was just drilling Richard from head to toe about Sharon because he thinks that Sharon has something to do with him being unalived. Unfortunately, Sharon is in lockup because of what happened to Kareem. So then we see when Priscilla makes her way into the room, and the president thinks that Priscilla has something to do with it. Like he is guilt. He is suspicious of everyone. He thinks that she has something to do with it. However, Priscilla proceeds to let him know, I have nothing to do with it. What? And he proceeds to say, well, what about your husband? Your husband was with my wife. I caught him um, in this room with her. And of course, Priscilla is filming. Like her eyes, she went on double time real quick. However, she keeps her poker face and lets him know, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where my husband is. Like just going through the motions. But then she steps out. And of course the president says to bring him back some soup, but they will be the ones to sample the soup. He trusts no one at this point. His There has been an attempt on his life, so he wants them to sample the soup. So if it's poisonous, then they'll go with that soup. And he told them both of you will be tasting the soup. So anyway, we see Priscilla and we see Richard, and they're having a conversation where Richard is letting Priscilla know, look, don't um Sam was with me at that time. He was not with the first lady. He was at my house. He came in around midnight. He was sitting on the porch when I got home, and she said the timing sounds about right because at 11 something he was at my house getting the brakes beat off of him, and so we know that that was not Sam in the bed of the president. So then we see at the hospital, Kareem has awakened, and the nurse is, trying to question him, asking who he is, blah, blah, blah. They're going through the motions. Kareem finally, again, after a couple of episodes, we're on the seventh episode now, and Kareem has finally awakened. And so he calls his cousin Antonio and lets him know, hey, what's going on? And Antonio's like, are you trying to set me up? Because of course Antonio has to be on his guard as well because the pharmacy, Richardson's pharmacy, is under investigation, and so he has to be on his guard as well. So Antonio, Kareem tells Antonio, "Hey, come pick me up. You know, you're gonna have to come and get me." And he's like, "Man, I'm being watched. I'm being watched. I can't come and get you." But anyway, you guys, they're planning to meet up. We'll see if Kareem is able to make it to the pickup point. So then we see that Simone has decided to. She has been taken home. She was escorted home by Bobby. All this time, I'm thinking that there's going to be something happening between Bobby and Simone. However, so Bobby is not, almost as if he's not attracted to her because he's not making any advances, and maybe because he thinks he knows the vice president. Maybe he thinks he knows that he thinks he's a good guy, so he doesn't want to jeopardize anything. But I don't know. I don't know why Bobby has yet to make a move on Simone. This is super interesting. But well, I guess we'll keep watching and following to see if something actually happens. So anyway, Simone makes a phone call and she lets Desiree and Cal know that basically that her husband was cheating or is cheating with Victoria. Now, of course, Simone is hurt by all of this and can't believe that her husband, her good old faithful husband, would do something like this to her. But there's so much information that she gives Desiree. She gives them more than enough, but basically, it's information that they already have, and they're gonna try to help her. Um, she has everything on that flash drive as well, or on that recording device. So I don't know how far that's going to help her, but they do work for the DOJ. They work for the FBI. Hopefully, they will be able to help Simone out of this situation, as well as everybody else that's going through it with Victoria, as well as Hunter. So, anyway, last but not least, you guys, and again, this is just a quick recap. Did you watch the episode tonight? Let me know your thoughts if you did. Drop your comments below. But with that being said, you guys, the last scene of the episode was the one and only Sam out in the woods of the Rakadushi campground. So finally, we see that Sam has finally made the steps, taken the steps to go and attempt to find Barry. However, he is pulled up on the one and only Manny, who has been out in those woods looking for people, just watching to see if somebody pulled up. He caught up with Jason, and now he has caught up with the one and only Sam. Now, do you guys think that Sam was there to look for Barry, or do you guys think that he was there to look for Jason? We know Jason said that he told the highest as well as Daikon that he was there. He got lost. His uncle might be looking for him. He just needs to make a phone call. Will this work? Will this moment work? Will Daikon and the highest interact with Sam? This is definitely going to be interesting. De- Sam, Manny is in a good mood. He's getting brownie points with everybody. He's bringing everybody onto the Rakadushi compound. Let's see what happens. This was just my quick recap of the episode tonight, you guys. I will definitely be bringing you guys more breakdowns of the show. Let me know your thoughts. Did you watch? How was it to you? What would you rate this episode? I actually gave this episode the episode that it is. I gave it an 8.5. I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. However, I felt like there could be just a tad bit more extra energy, but I'm with it. I'm here for it. All things the Oval. Okay? All right, you guys. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in with your girl, Tika Deshawn, of All Things Ruthless, Home of the Ruthless Addicts. And you already know. Oh, new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I absolutely appreciate it. As well as pushing that notification bell. So once I give you some new content, you'll receive those reminders, okay? All right, you guys, that's about it. Thank you so much. And you already know